everyone, how you all doing? So, like as I promised, we're going to be recreating this flyer so that you just have some sort of idea on how to create your own flyers, something very simple for your business. Now, this flyer is talking about my business, just a business flyer, a general business flyer. So basically, people want to see the name of the business, what the business does, the services, and how to contact the business, which is everything that is contained in this flyer. The first thing that catches your eye is the name of the business, the pictures. Then right beneath the picture, you can now see the services or whatever they sell, the other products. Then you want to look for how to contact them. You can see the contact details. So always put in mind hierarchy, very important. So now let's go into Canva so I can show you how I created this. So we are in Canva now. I'm using Canva Pro. I'm not using the free version of the app. I'm using Pro, meaning that some of the fonts I'll be using here might be for the Pro version. So you just have to look for something that is free that works for you at the end of the day. So this is the home page. What you want to do is to click the plus sign at the bottom right. Now, once you select the Instagram post, now this here is the blank canvas we are going to be working with. Okay, now I'm going to revert to the flyer we're redesigning. So the first thing is to create the red background as seen here. So what I want to do is to tap the background. Then I click on replace. Replace, I'm going to photos. And in photos, I want to search for red gradient background. That was what I used. So you can see now, this was the one I used here. This is it. So we've created the background. Now the next thing we want to do is to add this other black part of the background to it. So you click the plus sign at the bottom right, go back to photos, and now I'm going to look for black textured background. That was what I searched for. Black textured background. Okay, so this is what I used. Now, how to arrange it to look like? You can see that it looks diagonal. So I'm just going to rotate it. This icon, while this background I just imported is highlighted, you can see this icon of the arrow going in either direction. That's what you're going to touch and just rotate it a little like this. Then stretch this here, stretch this there, then try to move it down. Okay, I think this is fine. So we've gotten this part, as you can see. Now the next thing is to import our pictures. So I click the plus sign, go to my gallery or I'm going to my uploads folder, but you can also go to your gallery and import it. But I already have it in my Canva library, so I'm just going to my uploads folder, then scroll to get the picture. This is the picture. Now remember I said I'm using Canva Pro. Canva Pro allows me to just remove the background directly from the app. But if you're not using Canva Pro, what you want to do is go to your Google Chrome, search for or type in remove.bg. Once the page loads, you just import your picture into that website and it automatically removes the background of your picture. But now I'm going to do this from Canva Pro. So once I import my picture, I want to take out the background. I click on Effects, then I tap Background Remover. So now the background has been removed. I just want to stretch this out a little. Now, what you want to do, very important, is the positioning on Canva. I want this picture on the red background, but behind the black one. So I'm going to scroll to Position. Then what I want to do is click backwards. So once I click backwards, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is fine. So I want to move this one down a little, just a little. Let's do this. Okay, this is fine. So we've sorted this picture part out. And the next thing to do now, based on this, is to fix in these other circle shapes and put in the other pictures. So we're going back to Canva now. Click on the plus sign at the bottom, and go to Elements. And I want to bring in two things. I'm bringing in a circle shape and a circle frame. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we go to Shapes and click on Circle. Now to reduce this just a little, move it here. Go to Elements, then on the frames, select the circle frame, which is the first one. Select that, minimize it, then you bring it here. Let's just move this here out of the way for now. Okay, so this is the first thing you want to do. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these other circles. I'll tell you why in a bit. So once I've done this, I want to group. Grouping means that you put some shapes together or elements or whatever together and make them a single shape or a single element. And this is how you do it. I'm going to zoom in. Once I zoom in, I click on the frame. I hold it down a little until this thing pops up, this one element selected. Then I click on the circle too. Now two elements have been selected. Right below you will see group. So I'm just going to group that together. Now by grouping together, you can see it's now one element. In this way now, instead of me having to import the circle, import a frame, I'll just duplicate this for the other pictures. So while that is clicked on, while that is selected, I want to duplicate just like this. This is what I was trying to do. duplicate again for here. This is what we're trying to achieve. We've brought this in. So I want to bring in the other picture. So the first circle, once you click on it, once it's highlighted, just click on replace. Then you go to your gallery or you go to your uploads folder and select the picture you want to put. So let's say I want to put in this picture. Now the picture is in. If the picture is not aligned or it's not looking the way you want it to, double tap. Once you double tap, you can now crop the picture so you can increase the size so that it looks bigger. Once you're done, click the check mark and this is what it looks like. So now we are done with this. The next thing we want to do is okay, this yellow bar that runs across. So how I got that is click on the plus sign, go to elements, then what you want to go, you have to go to shapes, click on see all. Then you're going for the rectangle without a fill, like a stroke rectangle, which is this one. This is what I used. So in this case, what I want to do is stretch this out wide, bring it down. Then you're going to rotate it in such a way that it aligns to the black background, and just stretch this. So this is how it looks. But now, number one thing, I'm going to change the color to yellow. So I like that, change the color. While it's still highlighted, you have to change the position so that you move it backwards. It doesn't have to lie on top of these circles that are interlocking. So click on position and you go backwards, backwards, backwards. And there you have it. We've arranged that. So it's beginning to look like this, right? Now I want to add our text. For text, click on the plus sign at the bottom, select text, then add a heading. Increase the size of that, move it here. So I want to write Mona Deluxe Store. For Mona, okay, once that is there, click on edit, then write your text normally. So for Mona, I used a particular font I came across and I loved, which is it's called Async or something like that. To change your font, see where this you have Sarah condensed. That's where you change your font. So you click on that, then it brings you here where you can change fonts. So the font that I used here was called Async or something like that. Yeah, and okay, here you go. So this was the font I used. You can use any font you like, but ensure that you're using complementary fonts that you can pair well. So that's Mona. So instead of me going back, clicking text, all I just want to do is duplicate and change the font. So while that is highlighted, I want to click on this duplicate button, reduce the size a little, bring it down here, and I want to write Deluxe. So I'm writing Deluxe Store. But now I'm going to reduce it a little and change the font. For the other one, I used Montserrat Classic, which is my favorite font. It kind of pairs with almost anything. So I'm just going to Montserrat Classic. So this was the other font I used. Now another thing, alignment, very important. Alignment, very important. And there are these guides on Canva that show you if they are properly aligned. So I just have to align this properly. All right, so I think it's beginning to look like it. Then the next thing where I put home of quality wigs, basically I just went to shapes and elements, selected the square shape, and I just reduced it and brought it here, a bit smaller, and I changed the color to yellow. Then I want to add the text home of quality wigs. So the next thing you want to do now is to add our text scene here. We sell human hair wigs, blah 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 blah. So then we have the line under we sell. So what you just want to do is go to your elements and search for lines. So just select the first one. Now this is what the line looks like. It's quite thin. So right below, you can see besides the box that contains where you can change colors, you can see different weight of the line. So just want to increase it so it looks a little thick, not too much. I think 10 is fine. So reduce the size a little, bring it down here, then change the color to yellow. It's not looking good, so I'm zooming in just to make some little adjustments. I think it's too thick, so I'm changing this to like 6 is fine. Okay, so we have we sell. Now the next thing is just to highlight the things we sell. I'm just going to quickly rush through that. So I'm going to align all this text to the left. So this icon after the U with the, just before where you have the lowercase and the uppercase A, click on it. Now everything is aligned left. Then I want to add bullets. So the icon just after the uppercase and lowercase A, once you click on it, it adds bullets for you. So I just bring it here. Just bring it here. Okay, so that's that. I just don't want to write everything. You already understand the gist. Maybe I want to put this and much more. What I'm just going to do is go back to this Home of Quality Wigs. Sorry, click on Home of Quality Wigs, duplicate it, bring it down here. So if you want to work on so many things at once, instead of them doing it one after the other, remember what I said about grouping. So I'm just going to, I like that, tap it a little, click on the line, click on this, click on that, and I want to group everything together. I'm doing this because I want to increase the size of everything, just like that. So that's that about this. And the next thing now is to put the contact details. So to put contact details, what you want to do now, I need the Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp icons. So click on the plus sign, go to elements, and what you want to do is just search these elements. What's inside elements? Plenty sweet things. So click on Instagram, search for Instagram, and I want to use this icon. So you bring it down. Now I'm going to have to zoom in. This has to be really small. Then I bring it here. So let's change the color to white so you can see. I just changed the color. So I can have this here. That's that. So I have all this now. What I want to do now is to put the details for the contact. So click on the plus sign. Let's add text. You can select anyone. You can select heading or sub-heading. It doesn't really matter. All you have to do is how you are trying to increase or decrease the size. So here I'm going to put, just write Mona the Lobster. That's for Instagram. I increase it just a little. Then what you want to do now is duplicate that. Ensure that they are aligned properly. Then duplicate this and put my WhatsApp number. So I've put that, but what I want to do now is just make a little adjustment. So I'll go back here and increase the space between the letters. And that's that. But it looks very small. So what I want to do is to group everything together and increase the size. The size, not too much. This is fine. And here we go. But one more final touch. I want to just add a little filter so that these pictures can pop. So what I want to do is I select this first picture. I go to filter. Then I want to select afterglow. Afterglow makes the picture pop, like it brings some sort of vibrance to it. If the intensity is too much, you can reduce it or increase it anyhow you like. So I think I'm fine with this. I'll do the same for every other picture. So I think we are done. That's everything. Here we go. We've created the flyer in how many minutes? You can see, very easy. So just follow the steps and recreate yours. You just try to tweak it and try to be creative with yours. I hope this was helpful. If it was, kindly leave a comment. If you leave comments, it will spur me to create more videos like this that will be helpful. Thank you so much for staying tuned. See you on the next tutorial video. Bye, guys.